Yes, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is your weekend so far? Yes, I want to say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Then, of course, praise God to the Christians. This is the glory of love, and of course, my name is MC Sugar. Yes, every single Saturday we are right here at exactly 9:30 p.m. Yeah, yes. Today is a very, very special, episode where I want to tackle one of those. Should I call it causes of various breakups in different romantic relationships? But today, I've come to realize so many people keep calling me, and someone tells you we've been dating for 6 months, we've been dating for 2 years, we've been dating for 3 months, we've been dating for 6 months, and what they are calling dating actually includes cohabitation at the same time. So these people basically meet like for 1 month, and before you know it, some even for 2 weeks, before you know it, they have started staying together, what we call moving in together. And shortly after that, they begin to discover so many things that are way beyond what they could imagine. And what next? It's a breakup. Now, this breakup leaves them super crippled. Why do I say so? Either the girl is pregnant and she feels she can no longer run away from this relationship, but she has to stay there. And this guy is saying he's tired for him, he wants to let go and look for someone that he prefers better, and all that drama in there. Now, today on the show, I have Patricia. I trust Patricia so much to the point that I listened to her story, the way she has been guiding and counseling, not only women, but even young men in very many ways, in issues surrounding life. She has, if I should call it, an initiative where it is called Toshone Creations. Yeah, she helps people who are, your creatives, doing some art, you want to do some designing and all that. She's going to be explaining more about what she does. But why I have her on the show is more of like in a counseling, a bit of this show. So I want us to talk to you guys and find out, why do you always find yourself in a situation of cohabitation before preparation? And so the major issue here is we need to know what are some of those things that we need to consider, factors that we need to really consider very, very much before you move in together, before you start staying together under the same roof, before you end up fighting and killing each other because you never gave those factors a lot of attention. So sit back, relax, because I bet you're not too cool for school. You need to learn this.
Hello viewers, this is Patricia Nasike, Toshone Creations. I'm humbled to be here today with you guys to talk a lot like Sugar has just talked about relationships, cohabiting and all that. So you're most welcome. Glad that you're tuned in, and let's see how this goes.
All right, Patricia, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Sugar. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Looking good as always.
It's very important to look good.
The designer is doing a good work.
For real? It's my wife, so I bet she's doing such a great job. Baby, thank you so much. Okay, before we dive into this discussion of relationship issues, tell us briefly, like in 60 seconds, about Toshone Creations.
Toshone Creations is a brand, and we are into fashion, mainly sustainable fashion.
Okay.
Like we like to make use of what looks like waste into something useful. I can tell you something. You see this jumpsuit?
Okay.
It was an oversize, like for an obese person. So can you look at it right now?
I can't even, tell that whether it was,
Yes,
Wow.
that's it. That's what we do. Like something which someone else would look at. Like you go to the market to buy something and
as useless.
You see it's useless, but me, I'll say this is something I can make good use of this, and you upcycle it, you make it the way you want it to be, and then you sell it. So there is that sustainable fashion, but we also do this other fashion. We stitch clothes, ladies, children, men, And we also train young girls about that.
Wow.
Young girls, young
That's-
teenagers, generally.
Okay.
So that is Tushone
Someone who is
Creations.
interested in joining Tushone, do you have classes of people that you choose and say, okay, these are the people that qualify, or anybody, and how can they reach you?
We don't really have a like. I won't say I don't have a specific class. It's this is passion. It's a skill. It's you have to really feel like you want. You have the
zeal
in you, the
yes.
zeal in you, because you can't just wake up and say I want to do this when you don't have the zeal in you. So anyone is welcome.
Okay.
Actually, I have a retired nurse who is training this.
Wow.
And she's amazing. She's amazing. So there's no age, there's no age gap or whatever. Anyone is welcome as long as you feel like this is what you want to do. Because skills, it's better when you really have the passion for it.
True.
But when it's just you're being forced by your parents or someone else, it won't come out perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we are around we're in Chitezi, and we are online also. If anyone would want to join us, we can contact us online. We're on social media, Tushone Creations, Instagram, Facebook, also on TikTok, Tushone Creations.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, today's topic is one that I believe is going to touch the lives of so many young people who love watching the show.
Yeah.
I always receive a lot of calls, not only on my personal line, on radio, and equally some discussions that pop up after this show. And most of the problems come from young couples who chose to move in together so fast with reasons better known to them. But I can guess some of the reasons, And then shortly, the relationship becomes a problem. They even want to kill each other. That's why I was like, okay, you know what? I need to have Patricia come on the show and give these guys some tips on things that you should count on so much that you should consider before you think of moving in with a guy, before you think of calling that lady and say, baby, you know what? Come, let's start staying together.
Yeah. That's an interesting question. And I don't know why you thought about me, because first I will say, hi, I have been there.
Okay.
I've been there. At 21, I was already cooking
for somebody.
But what took me there? I got pregnant.
No.
I was pregnant. So the first thing that came to my mind, I have to live with this man. It's his responsibility.
Because you're pregnant for him.
Yes, you see. But I didn't take time to first think about the repercussions after that. Okay, yes, and I was young, and I had met this person. Actually, we didn't even have time to know each other well. And I met him barely, had I not even known him. The next month, like first time you give him the man, and then you're pregnant. And I'm like, no, you know what? Let's move
stay together.
And he was okay. And actually, he moved into where I was staying, not me moving to his place. You get it?
So you were even more comfortable.
Yes. So I would say I didn't use my brains well. Because cohabiting, there's something called deciding together. Not you to make the decision, not me alone, but both of us.
Yes.
We are young, we are in love. Okay, why do we have to move in together? What would make us move in together? First, again, that deciding together is one point. Agree together, because I may want to move in, but maybe you're not ready for that.
Sure.
So now, out of pressure, you just said, let's move in. But you are not ready for that. You are not ready yet. For me, we move in, then within a short while, we start having issues. You get it? And that is what now causes, you see, people now fall out. The friction. He wasn't ready, and it's like I pushed him for that. You get it? That is one. And most of us girls, we do that. It happens. Once, you've met a guy, you've not taken time to know the person, and already you're feeling head over heels. And for men, what I know, men, their love is different.
Of course.
How they fall in love. It's in how can I say? He won't just give him all of him at once. For us,
comes in bits.
Yes. For us, all our emotions are there. Once he kisses you like this and he says those sweet words, you're given in. You're the one.
Yeah.
You get it? But you have to take your time to know this person. Agree with him. Okay, we've dated for 1 month, 2 months. What do you say about moving in? First, why are we moving in? Point number 2. Is it convenience? Is it commitment? We moved in, you see me, I was pregnant. So I did it for convenience. I didn't want to go back to my parents because I would be ashamed.
Yes.
So then the only option is, let me move with this person.
Him.
Yes. And in the long run, I suffered the consequences. And in most cases, it is us women who suffer. Like you said, we suffer because now you see I ended up pregnant. I had to deal with that for the rest of my life. The man will still move on. He will move on and move on and move on to the next and next. You get it? So, cohabiting, moving in, you first have to agree together. Are we in for one goal, like marriage in the long run? Which are going to end up together, or it is just trial and error? Let's see how it goes. It can happen. You can say, let's move in, but we're not certain. We're giving it a try. It happens. People do that. But now, if you feel this is the person I'm in love with, we want to try this together, let's work on this and see how it goes.
Let me ask you this. Is there still a possibility, like you said, the first thing they should consider is having a discussion and finding out whether they are both ready to move in? How about if the man says, I'm not ready, but you're pregnant, and for you feel it is time for you to move in? What is going to happen to this girl?
You see, now already he has been clear to the woman. I'm not ready. So now it is up to me to do what? To adjust to his not being ready. But again, he's not ready, but he's willing to support me. He's willing to take care of his responsibility. So when I say now he says he's not ready, and I still push him that let's move on, even if at the end of the day we end up not together, I will remember that he told me he was not ready. You get it?
But do you realize that there are so many girls who think the moment they are pregnant for a guy, whether he likes it or not, they must end up together?
It's not always like that. That's a mistake we girls will do. It's not always, it's never forever ending. Never.
And others even think it's the way to maintain a man, that I love this guy, I don't want to lose him.
It's the same with men also. Some men, they'll see a beautiful woman, I want to make her pregnant for me so that
she permanently stays mine. Yes,
she be mine. Okay, she may not be permanent, but at least he has a seed with her. And they brag about it. You see? So, in the long run, he is not ready. When someone is not ready, actually, being ready, it involves so many things. Are you mentally ready? That's a big thing. Mentally. Personally, are you ready? Like, do you feel like, okay, now I can cook, bring those pants and whatever. Are you ready? Emotionally, are you ready? Because it's not easy living with someone under one roof, someone you've not grown up with. You're from a different home, it's from different, then you're coming
meet when you're mature.
Yes. And now, again, it will be worse when you are meeting because of convenience.
There's even financially, are you ready?
That is another thing. Financially, are you ready? Because these are things you have to discuss with the partner.
Oh my.
You're expecting a mess of 20K every day. Where will you get that?
There are even cases where I've seen guys saying that this girl she's not doing anything. And he has already forgotten that the reason why she dropped out of school was him.
Yes.
Now he's getting tired of her. Nah.
That's it.
We're going to take a slight breather right now. When we come back, we've only mentioned one point. Are the two of you ready? Have you had that small committee? You need to sit together and ask your partner, baby, I feel like we should move in because of A, B, C, D. Are you ready? If he says no, it's not a crime. If he says yes, then you need to make sure the magnitude of his yes and yours is actually the same.
Yes.
Otherwise, things may not happen right. Let's come back and talk more. All right, there's a study that claims that unmarried women are happier than those that are married, and married men are more happier than the unmarried ones. I don't know how far true this is, but I'm yet to prove that. If you're just joining us right now, this is The Glory of Love. My name is MC Sugar. This is Magic One TV, and I'm with Patricia.
Sure.
We're trying to decipher some of the reasons why, some of the key elements or factors you need to consider first before the two of you move in together. Some of you are moving in because of petty reasons. Manya, you think your partner is going to be stolen from you if you let them keep staying wherever they are staying. So you're trying to mark your territory. Others, mbo sex. Hey, mbo, you want to have a lot of it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, most of you think people who are married are enjoying. So you also want to start enjoying as early as possible. But before you know it, the enjoyment does not last. You start fighting because the reality kicks in. So we already talked about factor number 1, and I want us to talk to, Patricia should now lead us to factor number 2. But start with telling us whether the claim of this study is true. Because at least you've been there, you've seen it, tested, approved, and now trusted.
Sugar.
Wanji?
You repeat that statement. You said unmarried women?
It says unmarried women seem to be more happier than married women, while married men are happier than unmarried men.
I beg to differ.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree because I've been there. The truth is, either way, what you choose, how you choose to be is how you do what. But I'll be honest, those married men who are happy, they made right choices.
Okay.
Those unmarried,
their choice.
It was their choice.
Okay.
Those unmarried women who are happy, it's also the right choice that they made. I'm also happy. You see, I get to do the things. I get the pleasure to do so many things that I never used to do when I was married. So I'm happy. While there's a married woman there who is looking at you and you're like a role model to her. You see. So not all relationship ends up into marriage. I told you about factor number 1 is about having a meeting between you two. Number 2, what is your goal? What is your ultimate goal in this relationship? Is it just a casual relationship? Is it something that you want to move in, but with the goal of being together at the end of walking down the aisle together? When you both get to to an understanding that we want this thing to work together, it will become more easier for you. There won't be any, because everyone will be looking at you, and we both come in with our mistakes, with our pros and whatever is in the relationship, but you don't look at that. When you're looking ahead into you're looking into ending
the
bigger goal.
Yes,
you have to. There's this small test that you're going to go through. How ready are you? That's why I told you about how ready are you mentally, physically, personally, financially. Because these things, you have to talk about them. People don't talk about them. Unlike the Western world, they sit down and they discuss about these things. Okay, how about because there's going to be kids in the picture in the future. How will be doing in their schooling, their school fees and everything. Talk about those things. How expenditure at home, what will you be doing, how will you be handling it. You have to talk about that everything. So knowing the ultimate goal.
Let me ask you at this point, do you realize that most of these relationships that have funny ultimate goals, say for example, your goal may not be my goal, but then because your goal is weird, you may not open up about it. I've known about girls who are in relationships because of food. This guy can feed her.
Rent.
Rent, with your financial, you're taking care of her. Now, when it comes to such a discussion, trust me, she will not openly say that, you know what, my ultimate goal is to stay with you for the next 5 years. When I'm done with campus, I don't think if I'll continue with you. No girl around here will tell you that.
But you know what? You're right about that. 6, 7, 8 months. You must be in a position to tell that this is a person I feel comfortable with. This is a person I feel I want to be with. Trust me. It cannot even, because if there's a way you feel, the compatibility just flows. You get it? So, and okay, on the Christian perspective, you have to discern. You pray about it. And God should be able to guide you on that. Although, of course, from the Christian perspective, it's not good to move in with a partner,
Yes.
it's not good. But you have, like, if you find you like someone, you have to think about marriage, making it official. You get it? So here, you met someone, you are dating, you learn some things about this person. It's always good to learn something about this person. Me, when I met the late father of my daughters, I didn't know about him. I just knew he was working in this company where I was also working, because he connected me the job, and now he's here cornering me. I'm already pregnant. Now I got pregnant, I'm like, he's working. Money will be flowing. But you realize you are now a housewife, no money is flowing, but he's working. Where is the money going to? So I rushed. I didn't take the time to know this person. Later on, I find out I'm number 4.
Ooh.
You get it?
But there's a problem, I think, especially the young couples that are here in Kampala. Even in some other cities around Uganda or worldwide, you realize they literally don't have time for these things. The excitement that comes with the fact that you have feelings for someone is too much.
It's too much.
How do you deal with that excitement so that it doesn't go up here?
It doesn't, yeah. And it affects so much with the women.
Exactly.
So much. We fall victims of that, which is not right. And I think what causes that is we rush so much to react with our emotions before reacting with our brains. I'll see, yes, you're a handsome man, sugar. You've got it all, you're successful and all that. Then immediately, yes, this is the man. But yet, you don't know behind this man what is really there. You may be successful, but all the money you're getting is going to your siblings. Your mom is sick, your dad is sick. So I need to know, who is this sugar? His family, his brothers. Another thing, you're moving in with a person, but what does the family say? Okay, in this today world, we don't like to involve family now. This is my wife, this is my woman. I don't need family to tell me about you. Get it?
So I'm already seeing like 2 points there. Take your time to know this person, and then be considerate about what your family or their family thinks about the
Those
two
are
of
2
you.
points. Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys really take your time for real? I don't think so. I know so many of my friends who are actually right now in a relationship just stuck.
Yes.
They have nothing more to do.
You know what I'm saying? Just recently in Kenya, there's a couple, they wedded. They didn't get to date much. So they wedded. The man yechanga ku honeymoon. This is not the woman I knew. So they broke up on honeymoon. And you know, the stories are there.
Wasting people's time.
Thank you.
Wasting money.
Emere ya fenetu. No jono
There's a time I was also informed, meeting. They were holding meetings. This was like a WhatsApp group for my OBs and OGs.
Yes.
So one of there's a couple that was still our OB and OG were going to wed. So they had been holding meetings for quite some time, and I was not attending. Now the final day, when I choose to say, let me come and attend the final meeting, I arrive. I'm in a rush. I've come late. I sit. The first guy I was sitting to next whispered to me and said, "You know that David is saying he's not ready." I'm like, I can't get it.
Now imagine. Oyamugole has said that.
But
the meeting is ongoing.
It's the last meeting. The wedding is in 2 weeks' time.
It happens.
So, banaye mwebereremu tukoye okutumenya tukoye okonona sente zaffe nga temunaba kakasa nti
nemutungisa engoye z'emikolo bannange
nemutugisa engoye netupangisa amamotoka kwegamba. People do a lot of things. You're not only going to be affected as a couple, but there's a whole group of people from the lady's family, the guy's family. So you need to take these things very serious. What should a couple that is now completely out of solutions do? I want you to talk to the lady and the guy at the same time. All they are having, all the signs are showing that it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Yeah, I would say first take your time. Give it a break. Give it a break. It hurts, but give it a break. And there's nothing more relieving, like you have pain about this thing, and then some people when they're going through that pain, they want to avoid it or they want to ignore it. But it's not good to ignore that pain. go through the pain so that you overcome it. When you go through it, how do you go through it? Talk to someone. How do you go through it? Involve yourself or surround yourself with people or activities that can make you see, how can I put it? Make you forget somehow, forget about all that. But it won't take like 1 hour, whatever. It's a process.
It's a process.
So if they're in that kind of situation, me, I would say let them first give themselves a break. Giving yourself a break does not mean that now you're broken up. Each of you be on your, just have some time on your own. Think for yourself, let him think for himself. And sometimes you may just find out it's not even, there's no problem there. It's just space you needed to go and think on yourself, or you just need an outing together or a vacation together, and things get better.
Well, time is not our best friend right now. I'm going to extend this conversation to the WhatsApp group, yes, and I'm going to put Patricia in there. I know some of the things we've just talked about here are the reasons as to why there are so many single fathers, so many single mothers who are nursing a lot of pain, so broken. But trust me, when you, like she said, find someone you can talk to, discuss, this is the WhatsApp group where there are so many of such people who are there to share. So come, let's share. They say sharing is caring. Maybe at the end of the day, you'll feel better when you finally get to talk to people. You realize you have even, your story could be better. The people who have stories that are just worse. Yes. Otherwise, for today, this is where we're going to end with this conversation. And I'm promising you that this is not the first and last time you're going to have Patricia on the show. Anytime I feel it's necessary, she is going to come back right here. Trust me, you have not even received enough from her. She has so much to share. And I can't let that go when I'm right here and I have her just one phone call away. Otherwise, I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
please,
you so much.
you check on our lower third. You'll
Tushone.
need portion to get details of Tushone Creations and how you can get in touch with Patricia. That number, use it. And if you want to talk to her deeper and better, yes, she's still available. She's a very nice person, loving, and trust me, after a discussion with her, you'll feel a little better, yeah? Otherwise, we're out of here for today. Thank you so much, and I pray that God guides you. Get blessed and have a good weekend.